The loudest people in the room are rarely the strongest. They announce their plans. They seek attention. They crave validation. They want the world to notice every step they take. But history tells a different story. The greatest minds, the greatest leaders, the greatest builders often moved in silence because they understood something most people never learn. Noise attracts attention. Silence attracts focus. Every minute you spend explaining your dreams is a minute you're not building them. Real confidence doesn't need an audience. It doesn't need approval. It doesn't need applause. It simply gets to work. Imagine planting a seed. Would you dig it up every day just to prove it's growing? Of course not. You water it, protect it, and trust the process. Success works the same way. The strongest foundations are built when nobody is looking, while others are posting every move. Be improving your skills, while others are chasing recognition. Be chasing growth, because one day, your results will speak so loudly, you'll never have to. Remember, silence is not weakness. Silence is preparation, and preparation always defeats empty promises. Most mistakes happen, not because people are incapable, but because they react instead of thinking. The modern world rewards speed. Everyone wants instant answers, instant success, instant results. But the greatest decisions are rarely made in a hurry. A calm mind sees opportunities that an emotional mind completely misses. That's why winners spend time thinking, not overthinking. Thinking. There is a difference. Overthinking creates fear. Deep thinking creates clarity. Before every important decision, pause. Ask yourself, will this move bring me closer to the life I want? If the answer is no, walk away. Every decision shapes your future. The books you read, the people you trust, the habits you build, the words you speak, the thoughts you entertain. Everything matters. The strongest people don't react to every opinion. They don't waste energy arguing. They don't fight every battle because they know peace is a competitive advantage. A quiet mind makes better decisions. Better decisions create better habits. Better habits create extraordinary lives. Think deeply, act wisely, and let your life become proof that patience always beats impulse. One of the biggest mistakes people make is feeling the need to explain every decision, every goal, every dream, every change. Not everyone deserves access to your vision. Some people will doubt you. Some will laugh. Some will tell you it can't be done. And if you spend your energy trying to convince them, you will have less energy to convince yourself. Remember this. People don't believe what you say. They believe what they see. Instead of announcing your next move, work on it. Instead of defending your ambition, develop it. You don't owe the world an explanation. You owe yourself progress. The strongest people are often misunderstood, not because they are wrong, but because they are focused. Every minute you spend arguing is a minute stolen from your future. Protect your energy, protect your vision, and let your results answer every question they ever asked. There is a huge difference between looking disciplined and actually being disciplined. Many people love posting the workout, the book, the meeting, the achievement. But discipline isn't a performance. It's a lifestyle. It happens when nobody is watching. It happens when there are no cameras, no likes, no applause, no recognition. Real discipline means doing what must be done, even when nobody will ever know you did it. That's where character is built. Every early morning, every difficult decision, every promise you keep to yourself adds another layer of strength. Success isn't built in front of an audience. It's built in private moments. The moments where quitting would be easy. But you continue anyway. Because discipline isn't about impressing others. It's about becoming someone you respect. And once discipline becomes your identity, success is no longer a surprise. It's a natural result of your daily choices. Every masterpiece begins when nobody is watching. Long before the applause. Long before the recognition. Long before anyone believes in you. There's a season of silence. A season where it feels like your work isn't being noticed. A season where progress seems invisible. This is where most people quit. Not because they aren't capable, but because they confuse silence with failure. Understand this. Just because no one sees your progress doesn't mean progress isn't happening. Think about a building. Before anyone admires a beautiful structure, months are spent building the foundation underground. Nobody celebrates the foundation, but without it, the building collapses. Your life works the same way. Every book you read, every skill you practice, every workout you complete, every early morning, every sacrifice is another brick in your foundation. Don't rush the process. Don't compare your beginning to someone else's success. Comparison steals focus, and focus creates greatness. The people who eventually inspire millions first learn how to inspire themselves. They continue working, even when nobody claps. They continue learning, even when nobody notices, because they understand one powerful truth. Your private habits always become your public results. So build quietly, grow patiently, trust the process, because one day, the life you've been building in silence will become impossible to ignore. There comes a moment when talking is no longer necessary. Your work speaks, your discipline speaks, your character speaks, your results speak. People who once questioned your ambition begin asking for your advice. The same people who doubted your vision suddenly admire your success, not because you argued with them, not because you proved them wrong with words, because you proved them wrong with consistency. Never underestimate the power of quiet improvement. One day of discipline won't change your life, but 1,000 days might. Every morning you refuse to quit, you're writing a story. Every difficult choice is shaping your future. Every sacrifice is preparing you for opportunities you cannot yet see. Most people want recognition before they deserve it. Winners deserve it before they ever receive it. That's why they remain patient. They know success is earned, not announced. So stop chasing attention. Start chasing excellence. Attention fades. Excellence lasts. When your standards become higher than your excuses, success becomes unavoidable. And eventually, you'll discover something incredible. The louder your results become, the quieter you become, because confidence no longer needs to speak. It simply exists, and everyone around you can feel it. In today's world, noise is everywhere. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone wants your attention. Everyone is competing to be heard. But the strongest minds are not the loudest. They're the calmest. Peace is not weakness. Peace is power. Because when your mind is quiet, you can hear your purpose. When your emotions are under control, your decisions become stronger. Think about the greatest moments of your life. The best decisions you ever made probably didn't happen while you were distracted. They happened during moments of silence, moments when you slowed down, thought clearly, and listened to yourself. Protect those moments. Turn off the noise. Spend time alone. Read more than you scroll. Reflect more than you react. Not because you're avoiding the world, but because you're preparing to face it with wisdom. The people who constantly seek attention often lose themselves. The people who seek clarity usually find success. Your greatest advantage may simply be the ability to remain calm while everyone else is losing control. Guard your peace, because a peaceful mind is capable of extraordinary things. One day, people will notice the difference. They'll notice your confidence, your discipline, your success, your peace. They'll ask, when did you change? They'll think it happened overnight, but you'll know the truth. It happened on the mornings when you woke up before everyone else. It happened on the nights when you kept working after everyone had gone to sleep. It happened every time you chose discipline over comfort, growth over excuses, action over words. You didn't become successful because you talked about success. You became successful because you quietly became the person success was looking for. Remember this. You don't need to announce your goals. You don't need to prove your worth. You don't need to win every argument. The strongest response is consistent action. Let people underestimate you. Let them doubt you. Let them misunderstand your silence. Because while they are talking, you will be building. While they are comparing, you will be improving. While they are waiting, you will be moving forward. Years from now, the life you create will answer every question they ever asked. So stay humble. Stay focused. Stay disciplined. Think deeply before you act. Protect your peace. Trust the process. And remember, The loudest person in the room rarely changes the world. The person who works in silence usually does. So from this day forward, move with purpose, build with patience, lead with character, and let your success make the noise. Be silent, think deep, win quietly, because in the end, the world doesn't remember those who talk the most. It remembers those who quietly became impossible to ignore.